Hi, in this video I'm going to share my most recent perfume purchases. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Sarah and I'm a perfume reviewer with a huge perfume collection. Make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss any of my review and collection videos. If you're not new, welcome back, because I'm here with my perfume purchases part 2, and so much sooner than I'd planned on filming this video, because I purchased these perfumes a lot sooner than I'd planned to. As before, and I will link that previous part 1 below, I'm going to go through each of these perfumes individually, tell you why I bought them, talk about the notes and test them out as well. I am starting with Vanilla Cake by Montale, and I do already have a Montale perfume, and that is Chocolate Greedy, which I love, and I think basically smells like the chocolate orange pudding that I make every year on Christmas Eve. That's a great perfume. But I'm not sure how Vanilla Cake had escaped me up until now. It isn't a new release. And so it came up maybe a month ago on TikTok Shop for just over £40 for this here. Is it a 30ml bottle? A 50ml bottle, wow. And I thought, that's a really great price. So I took it to a poll on Instagram with this and 2 other vanilla perfumes. And I said to my followers, which one should I buy? Which do you recommend? And Vanilla Cake came out on top. And it was kind of leading for me anyway. So I made the blind buy, but I felt with some of the reviews that I'd read as well, it seemed quite safe. People were saying that this perfume smelled of vanilla cake, exactly as it describes in the name. So here it is, and it is a very cute bottle, despite the fact that it's saying 50ml. It looks so sweet, and yeah, the notes are just yummy. You've got milk, you've got meringue, you've got Madagascar vanilla, and then there's caramel and also almond. And when I tested this for the first time, I was very happy. That was just me not giving that enough oomph there. That it smells like cake mix. And even before that point of cake mix, it smells like opening up a box of cake mix and that smell you get from the packet. And it's playful and youthful, and it gives me a kind of nostalgia, and maybe I guess from making cakes in that way as a child. When I revisited this within this week, I could smell more of the almond for sure and more of the milk, and there's like a little bit of a kind of like a nuttiness coming through as well. But I am happy with the perfume. £40 is still a decent amount of money. I don't want to waste any money on anything, never mind on perfumes. So I'm pleased with this. And I feel like with this one, I've got a really fun day wear perfume. I don't think I would layer it in the evening like I do some of my vanilla perfumes. It feels a little bit lighter than that, but it feels well done, and it is different to anything I have in my collection. A great blind buy. The thing is though, now I do want to buy sweet vanilla and vanilla Absolu from the brand as well, because vanilla just can't do wrong by me at the moment. I will say though, I didn't end up buying this on TikTok Shop. By the time I'd got around to actually making my purchase, it had gone back up in price. So I found this again for just over £40 from Sensational Perfumes. And the delivery was quick. When it came in the box, it didn't have too much extra packaging. It was a little bit, loose in the box, but it had some kind of tissue to stop it rattling around too much. But all in all, I think a good price. It's the real thing, and it smells like vanilla cake. A blind buy, but no regrets, and that is Vanilla Cake, added to my collection in the last month. This perfume is Sweet Girl by Police, and I really can't believe that it is only this year that I've discovered Police perfumes. And it all started when the perfume shop sent me there to be my avatar launch, and I will link my review video down below. With that, I found that not only were the perfumes so affordable, but just the scents were really great quality too. You have the men's scent, which smells very familiar and like a kind of typical designer men's scent profile right now, but it could have easily been double the price for how it smelled. And then the women's, I found like a really original candied summer scent. So the skull bottles, which I wouldn't choose usually for myself, are quite deceiving in that they're just at home in these really great scents. So I was impressed with Police. I went and had a look online at all the other perfumes, and I couldn't believe how many of these perfumes there are, even just in the skull design bottles. So Sweet Girl went onto my wish list because there is a toffee note in this. So there it was on Latino for £11.20 for 40 millilitres. So I really couldn't resist any longer. And we have here the Skull bottle, which isn't for everybody. As I said, it could have easily been something I'd passed by for even longer, but I've got used to it now. And in fact, I quite like the variety of bottles in my collection. And you've got this little charm here, a bit like with your Montale, and it's got your P for police. The pink's quite cute, and I think actually it works with the scent. So you've got toffee, the reason I bought the perfume, but as well in the top we've got blackcurrant, orange and bergamot, some jasmine in the middle, and then amberwood and also patchouli in the base. I'm pleased to say there are no regrets here for this blind buy, because I smelt the perfume and felt it was different enough to anything else I owned, which is quite high expectation for somebody who has nearly 300 perfumes. It felt different and fun, and more so than when I first tested it. I really get the bergamot in the opening now, and that's lovely. It gave me a kind of nostalgia for going out in the noughties. It feels very feminine. And the blackcurrant and jasmine combination does remind me of Christina Aguilera's first perfume, which indeed I did wear quite a bit to go out, circa 2007 when it was launched. You've got a kind of metallic feeling from this as well, which reminds me a little bit of Jennifer Lopez's Glow After Dark. So it has those kind of scent profiles if you're looking for a way into this. I feel like it is very girly, even though, as I always say, I never like to think of perfumes in a gendered way, but it feels like something that somebody would want to spray a lot of for fun, for days out shopping, weekend times, and this will be an enjoyable, easy reach. So it's a happy wear for me. Now the toffee, I did say it was the toffee I bought it for. It is there and I don't have to look for it too much. Certainly bergamot in the opening, but the sweetness you get is a nice sticky toffee, and that's great because I do feel like toffee isn't in perfumes enough. And I'm still in my gourmand era of perfumes, so I recommend this line for sure. Go and have a look at Police. They've got so many perfumes and you'll find them at really affordable prices as well. My third and final perfume is Sparkle by Kate Spade. And I was so surprised to see this crop up on Latino because I've not seen it anywhere else, on any other site or in anybody's posts on any of the platforms. A complete surprise, and I already really love New York from Kate Spade, which again I've reviewed previously, because that one is a really fresh, realistic strawberry perfume worth checking out. With this one, I love the bottle. The price was brilliant at £24.10 for 40 millilitres, but the added point that made this a blind buy, that made it beat other perfumes that had been on my wish list for longer, well, or any time at all, was the creme brulee note. I thought, that's a little bit of me. As I said, the gourmand era for me is still going. It's unlikely to be an era. I'm probably into my gourmands for life. So I bought the perfume and yeah, I wanted to smell that creme brulee. Along with that note, you've got blackcurrant in the top of this one, as with the Police scent that I bought too. There's pink pepper. In the middle, you've got peony and hawthorn, and in the base, with the creme brulee, you've got cedar and vanilla. And when I tested the perfume, I didn't feel like a disappointment completely or actual regret. It was more that what I was smelling was sweet pear. Very much a strong pear. And as I smell it right now, I'm reminded a little bit of black opium actually. It feels a little bit like that. Now, I, with the colour of the bottle and the name Sparkle, somehow felt that this was a perfume to wear in cold weather. Something about this whole look just makes me think of snow. And you smell that pear and get this kind of cold feeling, and it is pleasing. Then you get quite a strong rose smell actually, and that is what the peony I think is smelling of. Personally, I'm happier when I'm smelling a sticky sweet pear, but I think this rose note in this perfume would be really pleasing to a lot of people, and it makes it feel designer, which it is, but like the kind of Carolina Herrera good girl scent profile that so many people love. So it smells like quality. It kind of goes back and forth between those two sides, but I don't really get any pepper in this. There's pepper in the top listed in the notes, but I don't really smell any. I'd like to think that it's creme brulee I'm smelling with the stickiness of the pear, but I'm having to work on it a little bit. So it's not a love for me. It's a perfume that I'm impressed with. I'm prepared to work on a little bit to kind of get more of that sweetness from it. I find the dry down of this quite powdery. But yeah, pear, stickiness, I'm happy but not in love with it. I just think it's a really good line. Well worth checking out, and of course for that price point too. So this will be for me a perfume that I pick up for day wear when it gets really cold. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed hearing about my most recent perfume purchases. Please do let me know if you have any questions about these perfumes, but also just comment your thoughts on them if you've tried them before yourself. I'm also really interested to hear if you've tried anything else by any of these designers. Do give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and remember to subscribe to my channel if you're not a subscriber already. Go and find me over on Instagram, TikTok and my blog as well. Thank you again, and I will see you in my next video.